Pinpoint Weather on NBC5 News is brought to you by the Cow Creek Umpqua Tribe.
Hey, welcome back to NBC5. Not a huge difference in terms of our temperatures compared to yesterday morning at this hour. At 63 here in Medford and Grants Pass, 48 in Klamath Falls, a cool spot, as well as Chemalta at 48, 47 Crater Lake, and we got some mid and upper 50s for the coastline. Again, if you're going to be out and about for today, it is going to be a hot one like yesterday. We'll still be hot into Wednesday, but not as hot temperatures as we're heading into the end of this week and for this weekend. In fact, getting slightly below the seasonal average for this time of year. And with that, it's going to be quite nice into the weekend with that nice little cool off with some upper 80s and lower 90s as we're getting, of course, into the first days of August. We're ending out July on the warmer side. Make sure if you're going to be working outdoors or just outdoors in general, take care of your body. Make sure you find ways to stay cool. Drink plenty of water here today. Again, you know the details when it comes to the heat, how to take care of yourself, but we're looking at heat exhaustion and heat stroke again. If you happen to notice somebody maybe dealing with some of these signs or symptoms, make sure you find ways to cool them off and drink some water. We look at satellite and radar. The hot temperatures continue across the south and southeast with a ridge of high pressure. For us, we're still dealing with this low, which has kept us active for the last several days as it just continues to spin out there in the Gulf of Alaska. This will start to push a little bit northward in the coming days, but here today, tomorrow, even throughout the rest of the week, it will still be providing us with a potential for some storms. And again, like yesterday, most of the thunderstorm activity is going to be in our eastern counties, Modoc, Klamath, and Lake County, even isolated chance for maybe a pop-up shower storm into Siskiyou County. Can't be ruled out here in the valley, though. We're likely going to stay dry, just some clouds as we're getting into the afternoon and evening hours. When we get into the overnight hours, you do see a lot of this kind of clearing out. And as we get into Wednesday, you see the development of these storms into the afternoon hours a little bit further west. And with that, we will likely see some storms developing here in the valleys, whereas the last several days it's been further south and east. Wednesday's the most active day in the forecast in terms of that potential for the coverage of showers and storms for our area increases. Now, of course, the main threat with any of this is going to be the lightning, but we could get some smaller sized hail, some gusty wind, and even some heavier downpours within some of these cells. And you look at the rain forecast here next couple of days, you see most of the coverage out to the east, but it starts to build west into Wednesday. And again, definitely some spots could get up to a quick quarter to maybe a third of an inch of rain. In terms of conditions with lightning and gusty wind, well, on dry vegetation, that brings in that higher wildfire risk, which is why we have the red flag warning today into our eastern counties. But for your Wednesday, that kind of stretches a little bit further west with that potential of lightning on that dry vegetation. So we do see the fire weather watch for your Wednesday through Thursday morning out further west, which does include Jackson County. And again, the wind with the lightning and obviously the dry vegetation leading to the higher wildfire risk today into our eastern counties, which is why we have the red flag warning in place. Something I haven't talked about lately is the smoke. We've been kind of clear here, not a lot of fires, and the fires that have started up have remained on the smaller side. Butler Fire is still the main producer of any smoke within a lot of our area, but it has definitely dropped off in the kind of amount of smoke it's been producing in the atmosphere. And we still see a chance for some showers and storms all the way through at least Friday, but the activity is expected the greatest on Wednesday for our area. And again, we're cooling off. Things will clear out and we'll see diminishing chances of any rain as we head into this weekend. The Klamath Basin will be in the 80s through that 7-day morning lows, upper 40s and lower 50s. And again, widely scattered storms and continues not only today, but throughout Wednesday, early Thursday morning. And we'll still see some isolated activity into the end of this week, as well as into Northern California. Highs for them in the low 90s. The coastline staying into some mid and upper 60s. We'll still see some fog possible next several mornings and the chance maybe for some morning showers early Thursday.